All right, guys, we are back in Hof Bergmann Farm Sim 19, and we're going to continue what I started a few weeks ago. Unfortunately, it's been 2 weeks because I recently got a new job, and the new job is kind of sending me for a loop. It's been a while since I've been very active, and yeah, this is really sending me for a loop. Anyway, I'm going to make a quick adjustment to the audio for the game, and then I'll be right back. Alrighty, we're back, and now we're going to go ahead and finish up what I had started, if I can remember what I was doing. Unfortunately, it's like I said, it's been 2 weeks, and it's been a little bit of confusion. If I remember right, I was fighting with the hoses up at the greenhouses. If I can find the right piece where I'm at, I got potatoes growing there. I have that. Where is my greenhouse? I don't want the transit van. I want... Okay, well, let's just go up to the vegetable farm. I don't remember what I was doing up here, unfortunately. Okay, let's see. I have them going. Okay, so I have lettuce growing in the first 4. And let's see. I got my little tractor. I got that. And if I remember correctly, I bought pellets of manure because I didn't have any manure yet on my farm. And I believe that's where I left off. Sorry for that being so loud, guys. It's very loud for me also. Let's see. Okay. Let me back away from that so you can actually hear what I'm saying here. With Hof Bergmann, there's a way to use the manure hoses or the manure mod to use hoses. And there's also a way to use just trigger filling. And I've got the manure mod turned on, and we will give it a shot again. Since I started this map on this playthrough, I've been playing on a private server with a friend of mine, and we've got a lot of stuff figured out since I started this. So we're going to go ahead and leave this to run, and we're going to go back to the main farm. Actually, I'm going to get my potato field going here. And I'm going to use a worker because of the fact that I want to do some other items. So we're going to get him going again. And it looks like we got a little cleanup to do, but that's not a big deal. That's all right. Let me see where else I was. Up, down through the trees here. Into the cow barn. What did I have going in the cow barn? And it's hard keeping the two barns or 2 playthroughs separate because we are very advanced on the other one. Okay, so she's ready to take out of there, I believe. Nope, she's new. Okay, so when they're fully impregnated, they have a red X on their hip, and she does not have the red X yet. So, and my can of stuff is empty. So I need to make myself run a little faster so I can get things done. And we're going to jump into the beast. And we're going to take it down to the bullpen and see if he has another container ready for me. Because I want to continue impregnating the cows. Ugh. Sometimes that player speed mod can be really nice, and other times it's just kind of a hassle. So, but anyway, we'll just take off and go here, get this done. We'll check on the status of the bulls down there while we're at it and see what's going on there. And you guys will be happy to note I did get myself a steering wheel finally ordered. It should be here tomorrow and give me a couple days to get used to it, and we'll be using a steering wheel from now on. I'm really excited about that because I'm really tired of crashing when my controller decides to make it the roughest possible turn in the neighborhood here. And I also don't look like I don't like looking like a drunk monkey when I'm driving the vehicles. All right. Get down here and see what we have for see if we have any bull semen ready to go. Whoa, a little crooked there. All right, so I don't remember, did I have any other bulls? No, I think I've only got the one. Unfortunately, as my little Mike, my partner, and I have discovered, it is very hard to keep this farm going with just one person. So I may eventually switch this over to the server we have going so you guys can actually see the farm in full production. Unfortunately, it's something that I have a real hard time trying to keep in. Okay, you can quit spinning anytime. Thank you. And I'll run over it a couple times. Unfortunately, it's very hard to keep going because of the fact it is very, very detailed and there's a lot going on. Okay, I need to slow myself down. All right, and you're not going to start filling? Okay, so evidently he doesn't have any sperm ready to go here because I don't have any full containers. Okay, so we're going to move him back into the pen again because I want to finish impregnating those cows that I have. I am not going to get 10 cows and impregnate them because they will produce so many calves that you can't keep up with them. On our big playthrough on the server, we currently have 10 cows that are pregnant, and they're producing calves at a rate of 10 calves per 3 days, I believe it is, that they take to mature. And yeah, we have a hard time keeping up with them. So we're going to go ahead and put him back in the pen in here. Sorry if I'm stuttering, guys. I'm a little unfocused on this because it's been a while since I played it. So we're just going to have to get back in the swing of things here. Okay, we'll leave him to do whatever he's going to do here. And we're going to go back up to the other farm. I don't have any bulls, do I? Sorry if you hear me clicking my controller, but unfortunately it isn't quiet any longer. Okay, I have 5 young bulls. Okay, their production is good, their food is good, straw's good. Okay, they're good. Horses could use some water. And they could use a little bit of oats. Ducks and chickens, of course, could use stuff. And pigs could use some food. All right, well, we're going to go back up to the other farm since this is all decent out down here. And we're going to continue with what we're doing. If I could only drive with a controller, it would be so nice. Counting the hours to get my new wheel. Okay, and I see the potato harvester's full, so we'll go take care of that too, and we'll run off the road. Oh, let's see, we gotta go down and get the potato harvester taken care of, so he continues to pick up potatoes. What I don't remember is if I have a vehicle down here that I'm putting the potatoes in. Yes, I have my semi down here. Let's see, go get my semi and bring that up. And this is going to be enough potatoes for the pigs for a years to come. So, because in the pig food mixture, you only use 2,000 potatoes to, let me think, it's 2,000 potatoes to 1,000 of the whole grain. And my controller's still going crazy. Come on, let me adjust the camera, please. Ay, ay, ay. It's not letting me adjust the stupid camera. Yep, can't wait for my controller. It's so annoying when it does that. There we go. All right, he's lowered down again. Get him going again so we can keep the harvest going. And I'll move the semi out of the way. Okay, and this is going to be a huge amount of potatoes. I used field number 1 in the server playthrough, and it was a massive amount of potatoes. So this is going to be double massive, so we'll probably be selling some of them. But anyway, we will go ahead and shut the semi off. I'm going to start harvesting this field over here because this is oats and our horses could use a few oats. And I don't want to be buying any more seed, or I'm sorry, I cannot talk tonight, buying any more feed for the horses because of the fact it gets very expensive. As we quickly found out on our server, it gets very, very expensive very quickly to keep going. You can do this map with the equipment they give you, but it is going to be much harder if you use the equipment they give you than it would be if you give yourself some starting cash and get the equipment you like. If I didn't have this harvester, this field would take me forever to harvest. And yes, I know it's not realistic, but I'm not too worried about it, to be honest. I've got so many things I want to do on this farm that I'm not going to worry about the little trivialities. So if that causes people not to like this video, I'm sorry. But yeah, I've become accustomed to using this combine. This is one that it's modded by my friend. And yeah, I'm going to use it whether it's popular or not. So okay, we'll get this field taken care of quickly, and then I need to get somebody started on, I believe all these fields need plowing. I'm not sure. Actually, I should do straw on this because I could use the compost. So we'll leave the oat straw on the ground and we'll get the compost started later, which can be made out of straw, grass, it can be made out of pig carcasses, which if you use the pig breeding on here, that's eventually the pigs will die, and you'll have to take the carcasses up to either the animal disposal, or you can put them in your compost bin to decay and go back to the earth, I guess you call it. It is an unpleasant thought, but it's all the circle of life. So we'll just wait till we get to that point. I don't think I'll be doing the pig breeding simply because I can't handle every industry on this farm by myself. So I'm going to give you guys a nice overview of all of them. And then eventually, like I said earlier, probably switch it over to viewing the server because we have everything pretty much up and running on there. So you'll get a better idea of what can be done and what can't be done. And you also get a much better idea of how things are done, period, on that map. Because in this one, I was starting and stopping and umming and ahhing like I am right now, unfortunately. But it's much easier to play on a server when you have multiplayers and carry on a conversation than it is to talk to yourself for an hour and a half, 2 hours. So eventually I will be switching this over. All right, let's get this cleaned up. And I'm only going to do a shorter video tonight, or live stream, because of the fact that it is... sorry, my brain just totally paused there for a second. I'm running a slight headache tonight, and I wanted to get a video out because I know I haven't had any new content on the channel, and that bothers me. But I can't spend hours editing videos when I have a headache, so I decided a live stream was the easiest thing to do. So unfortunately I've had a headache now for a couple days, and it's I think mostly allergy related, although I'm not sure. I feel fine other than the headache. I don't have any other symptoms of anything nasty. It's just, it could be, you know, doing things I'm not used to doing at the new job, and just getting used to it is going to take some time. So we're just going to go with what I've got and try to stay as healthy as I can. All right, we'll get this cleaned up. And the potato harvester's almost full again. And that may get the semi close to being full, so we may have to find a location to dump those. And I do have a location in mind, which I'm using on the server for my potato storage. The only way I can avoid you know, keeping a huge stockpile of potatoes is to take them down to the pig breeding and mix them into large batches of pig food. But then I need the whole grain also to do it, which I don't remember which products make the whole grain. I think it might be barley, I think. I have to double check on that because it's I did that early on in the server and I don't remember exactly what I did. So we will find out. All right, looks like we're going to have a real nice level of compost here, which we're going to need up at the greenhouses. There are options to get greenhouses going. You can have a distillery going. You can have butter making process, cheese making process, bread baking, orchards. It just gets to be way too much for one person unless you play at 1 times speed, because you just can't get enough done in a day to make it worth your while to try and do all of them at once, and you'd never get everything done in one day. So we will go ahead and get this field harvested. And looks like do we own that field? I gotta see which fields we even own anymore in here. Come on, there we go. We own 13, which is that one right over there, which is also ready to harvest. Yay! I think I'll put a worker on that one, though. Unfortunately, workers are a thing that is going to be happening a lot on this series because, again, I can't keep up with everything myself, so... And I don't use Courseplay. I just don't like it. In a way, it just seems to be so much more hassle for me than it is to do it myself or set just a standard worker to do it. But if you guys choose to use Courseplay, go for it. I just prefer not to. So come on, quit putting straw down. All right. Okay. And I'm not going to bale this straw, because of the fact that this map gives you sufficient straw for a long time. I think it gives you like 90 some bales. So even if you're making your own TMR and things like that, it gives you plenty to keep going. So you don't have to make any TMR or anything for a long time, which is really, really nice, because as I said, the industries on this are just insane to get started. And we found on the server that it took us about 7 million to get all the equipment we needed for the industries and get all the land we needed to purchase, because you have to purchase every industry. Like if you want the orchards, you have to purchase the orchards, and that runs in the 260,000 range, and the greenhouses are very expensive. So if you played it in an incremental series or a true series where you purchased as you could afford it, it would be a considerable length of time before you could do much of anything with $100,000. At least 4 or 5 air quote seasons of harvesting and things before you could even think about doing it, and then you have to produce enough product to run those industries, which also takes production time to get the raw products made. So yeah, it takes a while to get this going, but I will do my best to show you as many things as I can. As you saw in the previous episode, I do have pigs and cows going. I probably will not be doing anything else. I have horses going too, sorry. But I will not be doing anything else right now, simply for the fact that that is plenty to keep up with. So I won't be doing any major breeding or anything of the cows. I'll just be doing those 5 cows I have in the pen, and I'll be going ahead and just raising the calves I get off of them. And the pig breeding more than likely will not happen on this series. It's a lot of time involved, and it's a lot of stuff I really don't want to get into. Number one, I'm not a fan of pigs that much. And number two, I know it's all part of raising pigs and things like that to have cows and, raising pigs is to have dead animals and things like that. But the farrowing crate version of the pig, which is the piglets, which is a very neat concept, only can be sold at or brought to the butcher and made into suckling pig. I'm not a person that's sensitive about a lot of that because I grew up on a farm, but I don't like the idea of raising pigs just to butcher them. It's just a softie in me that's gotten away from the whole farming realities of farming, I guess you could say. I may do it. I don't know yet. We'll see. It's just something that I have not made a decision on yet. We'll put it that way. Let's get this header put. We're just going to park the combine right there for now because I need to empty the semi before I can empty the combine, which the potato harvester is gonna just about fill me up, I think, if I quit running into it. And we're getting closer and closer to seeing FS22 coming out. I still am on the fence about getting it right away. Number one, money-wise, as with the steering wheel and things like that, larger purchases are really, it's not what I wanted to do. Larger purchases like that really have to be done on a budget for me because I'm just coming back from not having a job for a good portion of the year. So we're just going to go ahead. Let's see, potatoes. Where am I going to put my potatoes? On the server, I have them in this little shed right here. But I have about 1/3 of the potatoes that I have here. So I think I'm still going to put them in here. I'll just fill up this spot with potatoes. And I really wish these vehicles had brakes that actually worked on them. Drives me nuts when you hit the brakes and you still roll 50 feet. All right, there we go. So I can hit some mystery item there. He's got so much debris and things in the deeper grass that sometimes it really irritates me. So you may see me clearing a lot of the debris and stuff out of this map eventually. Sorry guys. All of a sudden my throat went crazy. Okay, let's see. We're gonna dump them in here. And I don't need to keep more than 2 semi-loads of them because of the fact it only takes 2,000 units to make a batch of pig food. So I'm not gonna go, really? I know you don't like the tipper style. Stop sending it crazy. There we go. All right. So I bought the wrong trailer when I bought this semi, but we'll make it work because I'm not going to waste a bunch of money trying to get a different tipper. In between rounds of potatoes, I'm going to go ahead and empty my combine so I can get that going on the next field. And that should be just about where it needs to be. And crash. Yep. Typical Nicara. Don't you misjudge everything. All right, so that's, no, don't turn it on. Get rid of that. And hit the semi, send the semi for a loop. All right, cool. Anyway, let's see. We're gonna go ahead and put the oats into the elevator for now, or the granary for now, and then we'll take care of and make them into big bags when I get a chance. Unfortunately, it takes a while to do the big bags, so it's going to be time consuming. So, but we're going to keep them because we need them for the horses, which is by far the easiest animal to raise on this farm is the horses, even if you're breeding them. So, okay, I need to make a change to this thing here. If you walk up here and if you notice the sidewalls on this, they get they're very narrow, and they're very, very hard to get a semi into here and get it lined up without hitting the barriers. So what he's done in building this map is he's made a way you can hide the walls, which is a godsend. I didn't know that existed until I saw it in somebody else's video, and I was like, oh my God, that is so cool. Because I kept getting stuck. You know, turning like this, you can't get your trailer in there straight unless you use a teeny tiny little trailer, which, as you can see, I'm not using a teeny tiny trailer. So we'll go ahead and dump this and bring it back to the potato field. And I'll show you the compost bins real quick where I'm going to put all the straw. Sorry, I had to move my keyboard out of the way. So that was that nasty noise. Okay, that's done. Compost pits are right here. All you do is dump your grass or your straw in there, put a tarp over top of it, and away it goes. It makes it into all that stuff. So, and our seed makers here, and I think we have a diesel tank over there too, but I don't use diesel tank much because, again, the hose thing just irritates me sometimes, so I get very short-tempered with the whole manure hose thing. As if you ask my buddy Mike on the server, he laughs at me every time I have to use a hose because I get frustrated and I throw it at him and say, here you go, you do it. So and we have a potato harvester. Are you backing up the entire length of the field? I certainly hope not, because you're going to take forever if you do. All right, so we're going to leave the semi sit there. Get this down to the next field, which I'm just going to drive it down there. I'm not going to take the header off, which I know probably wouldn't happen, but right now we're on our own land and we can do whatever we want. So we're going to get this field harvest started and get that hopefully turned into, I don't remember what this is. What is this crop on here? This is rye. Okay, so we can make some flour out of our rye. Don't think I'll need much because on the server I've actually got the bread making session going and I have enough rye flour to make, probably 500 loaves. Yeah, you can make a smaller amount and then get the rest made into whole grain. which is nice. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and just start a worker on this. Even though it's going to cost me some cash, I want to be doing other things, so. Not going to use more than 2 workers, though. Okay, he's full again. So we'll go get the semi and bring that up and empty him. And as you can see, this is what I mean. Once you start harvesting, you don't even have time to do hardly anything in between need for emptying. And if my harvester hadn't been modded to hold 250,000 units, there's no way I could keep up with them and get anything else done. One thing I am going to do, though, is go ahead and change our speed down to 1 times so I can get as much done as I can in a day. And yes, I'm aware that it's equal to like 3 weeks at a time or 3 months at a time in one thing. And again, my playthrough, I'll play as I want. So, yeah. If you're a realist, go ahead and do 5 times. But right now, I want to accomplish things. And running on... sorry, my brain just totally parked again. Running without being able to accomplish a lot of things in one day is not going to be very efficient. So I'm going to give them get some TMR for the cows. And as you probably noticed, I did some cleanup around this farm with the landscaping tool, just because I got tired of all the bushes, you know, being overgrown and hiding. I do that every time. Push the darn bale back into the stack. Open. Give me 1 bale. Because you got to hit it about in the center. Otherwise, you push it right back into the stack again. And that kind of defeats the purpose of taking one out. So I know it's going to take that bull quite a bit of time to finish the collection. So what I'm going to do is run over my feed tank, first of all. I cannot wait for my other controller to get here. Oh my God, it's going to be so nice. All right, so let's see if I can get this to work. Yay, it finally decided it's going to behave itself. All right, and I want to extend. Come on, let me extend the... Arrgh. That's what I want to do. Hit the right keys. Yeah, right keys would be really good. All right, so we're going to go ahead and feed the cows. Did I get... I can't tell if they're full or not. It's one thing I wish they would do on this, any map that is in here, would tell you on the screen if your pig feed is full or your animal feed is full. No, it's not. Okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and hop out and turn on the super strength, because I'm going to pull this bale off of here. Come on, behave. Give me the bale. All right, now they're full. I'm just going to leave this bale sit here. Actually, no, I'm not, because it's going to be in my way with my item here. So we're going to park it right outside the door. And I'm going to turn my speed down so I'm not running like a mad woman. No, I don't want the mixer. I want the telehandler. All right, and the telehandler has a camera that is way too close. It's one thing I hope they fix, is the camera situation with the, when you first jump in a vehicle, how close the camera is to the, I do that every time. how close the camera is to the vehicle you're trying to do. And that's right, this will not hook up to any of the vehicles other than the Beast or the Gator. It'll also hook into a pickup, but I don't need a pickup down here on the farm. And my Gator's over in the field. Doggone it. Or, I'm sorry, my Beast is over in the field. And I've tried both the Gator and the Beast, and I find the Beast to have much more versatility than the Gator does. Okay, I'm gonna put this cow back in the pen until the bull is done with his collection. And wait a minute, why is it loading a breeding bull? I want a breeding bull. Oh, come on, straighten out. I don't have a breeding bull. What in the world? All right, what the heck is going on now? Open the neck on there. And it won't let me... Seriously, does this little trailer have a restriction or an option to set it for bulls or cows? I certainly hope not, because that's going to irritate me. Pulling mouth, toolbar. No, it doesn't. So why is it doing... not letting me pick up the cow? It just wants me to pick up a bull. That is weird. Alright, trigger. Load 0 animals onto the vehicle. Okay, it doesn't recognize her. Okay, well, I guess I won't be taking her back to the pen then. Alright, back to what I was doing. I'm so disjointed I should just end the stream because I'm not getting anything accomplished. But I'm going to give it the old college try here and see what we got going. Alright, I'm just going to stop right there. I need to check manure on the pigs. Not too bad, but they are the noisiest eaters. Those guys are doing good. I'm going to go ahead and clean out the pigs real quick. Put the wheelbarrow down, climb into it like a vehicle, and we'll go pick up the muck from the pigs. And I'm full. So we'll go ahead and get this cleaned out after about 5 trips. Okay. My server part, little Mike, is off on vacation right now. Otherwise, we'd be streaming some of the full Hof Bergmann map that we have going. And it's one thing I'd like to do eventually again. Maybe I can talk my buddy Freaky into getting on with me one of these nights and doing some Hof Bergmann. Oh, I'm full again. Grr. All right. And in a couple days, I'll have a Euro Truck Simulator video coming up. I want to remake it, though, with my steering wheel once I get it set up. Because, yeah, I had a few steering difficulties. So we're going to see what it looks like once I get my wheel setup and get going. All right, and I think we've got it all for now. Okay, so we'll shut that off. We're going to go over to the horses and check on them. And they're going to need mucking out, I'm pretty sure. Okay, and yep, they do. So I got to get out of there, open the fences. And again, after so many days, these horses that are in these pens will actually breed, so to speak, and have a foal, which is basically a horse that is at minimum when you first purchase them. It's not a tiny little horse or anything. It looks like a twin of the real horse. So eventually they will have horses. Whoops, sorry, I didn't mean to trip you. But we'll go ahead and get these guys cleaned up. And then we'll come back and feed them. I think they're okay for now, but eventually they will need. And let's see, we're at 68%. We're going to go empty this. And then we're going to go and clean the chicken pen because I'm sure they need to be cleaned out. All right. And let's take a stroll across the yard to the chickens. And we're gonna get them mucked out. Almost need some music. It takes so long to walk across the yard. Overall, I really, really, really like this map, though. It's one of my favorite maps to play on. Oh, we'll give them some water, which they don't need much. And then we'll go in and clean up their pen. As you can see, I removed all of the weeds out of here. I just get to the point that I get tired of having knee-high grass everywhere. So I tend to use a lot of wood shaving or forest floor texture for my yards. Make a circle. All right, we're done cleaning them up. And we got our incubators going. So in a couple days, we'll have chicks that we can sell. Now, as other people have done in this map, you do not earn a ton of money from your different products. You actually earn very little, actually, if you think about how much work is put into some of them. But it's still fun to have those options if you want to do it. Let's see, do I have wood shavings over here? Nope, that's chicken food. Do I have any wood shavings in stock? Oops, that's the bakery. I don't want that open yet. Nope, that's the trailers. And nothing in there. Okay, so I'm going to have to go make a purchase of some wood shavings unless... I honestly do not remember what I've done on this. Okay, that's pig food. Do we have any wood shavings up here? Wood shavings, there we go. All right, so where is my telehandlers up here? And I'm gonna drop off the fork. And drive down to the chicken pen and give them some more, yeah, that wood shavings. Give them some wood shavings. I need the big bag handler, though. If I can drive. My goodness. All right. Get one of these bags of wood shavings. And go the wrong way. See if I can do this without having to dump them into the wheelbarrow. Oh, I got a wheelbarrow sitting here. No wonder it's going to be in my way. Just gonna pull it over here. Let's see. I was able to do it on the server by just doing this, getting that in the opening, crashing into the building 50 times. Yep, typical Nakara. Okay, let's see, and getting this into here and then turning. It was able to fill it up, but I'm not quite at the right angle, I don't think. Okay, this telehandler's not going to work. On the other playthrough, I have a smaller telehandler that's going to be much easier to drive. So let's go ahead and put this into their feed trough. And yes, I know walking behind is backwards is so slow. Come on, turn around. Oh, I have a bunch of wood shavings right there in the corner. I forgot I had those little pillow bags in here. So I don't even have to fight with the other one. All right, so that's empty. And wood shavings, let's see if it'll take them without a fight. This target, or this trigger, is very, very sensitive. You got to hit it just right or it won't take some of them sometimes. I know the bales I have a heck of a time with getting it to take them. Okay, did that. Now how many more shavings do I need? All right, they're almost full. Come on, take it. Their trigger must be just tiny on this. Oh well. Going there. I didn't want to open the door on there. All right. So we're going to leave this bag of shavings here. And what I've actually seen people do is you can get, I'm not sure where it's at, so it's going to take me a second here. There is actually a stand that you can buy, just like the feed stand that's already there. You can buy another one of those. I'm not sure where it's at though. And you can put a big bag of, my brain is not cooperating tonight. You can put a big bag of wood shavings on it and go from there. But I don't know where to find it. He may have removed it in the latest version. Of the old one I saw was previous version. So we're going to probably not find it. I don't remember seeing it at all the times I've been through this playthrough and on the server. I don't remember seeing it. So we're just going to leave this here just because we'll need it eventually. Let go of it. And we're going to go on doing something else here and run over all our chickens. All right, so that's done for the moment. I forgot to take the wheelbarrow out. Oh well, I'll have to come and get it. Go get the muck wheelbarrow. Open up the fence. I'm just going to leave that open because they obviously don't go anywhere, so it's not a big deal to have it shut. Put our manure bucket back where it was, and then we'll go check on our potato harvest, make sure that's being done. Okay, that's done. Jump back in the beast and go over to the field. And we've got some cows over here. They're still happy. Let's see, where are we at on here? He's full, waiting to be emptied. Oh, sorry guys, didn't mean to yawn in the microphone. Get that emptied. And the worker's still in the seat. Yep, okay. So she'll take off as soon as she's empty. Then I'll move the semi out of the way so she doesn't hit it coming back around. And this field needs to be plowed, so I'm not worried about driving on it with the semi. How's this guy doing? Well, looks like he's done. Oof. I got a lot, or just about done. I have a lot of cotton pick and straw to pick up. Do I own a pickup wagon? I don't believe I do. So that's going to be something I'm going to need to get. All right, so let's go shopping, get ourselves a pickup wagon. Baling. Do I have a pickup wagon in here? Nope. That's because they're under a different category, all by their lonesome. Okay. Let's go ahead and get the Rapide. And we're going to buy used. And the secondhand mod makes a huge difference on this map. If you want to buy used equipment, it makes a major, major, major difference. And I'm going to jack the price or the speed way up on this before I buy it. And the used equipment is probably one of the best ways to actually make this mod work, or this map work, if you're doing it alone. Because of the fact you can actually buy equipment for decent prices, and you don't have to be a multimillionaire to really get started. All right, we're gonna turn around here. And start picking up straw. And of course my throat has to start tickling as soon as I get on a recording. Okay, get this next row picked up. And these two fields will definitely fill up the entire compost bin area. So we don't need to probably do compost for another, air quotes, 6 months or more. Depending on how aggressive we are with the greenhouses. And I may not do a lot with the greenhouses because they require a ton of work to keep them going. If you have all 8 of them running, you probably have 30 to 40 crates worth of vegetables. And then the big crates, the ones that look like this white box here, we had 30 to 40 off on our server. We had 30 to 40 out of one harvest. And that ends up to be a lot of freaking work for not real good payoff, unfortunately. You get decent payoff, but I think we had the big text trailer and we got $5,800 or $8,500 for the entire load, which was mixed of lettuce and peppers and things like that. So it was good, but it was not worth a lot of work. If you're playing more than one person, then yes, you can make a lot of products and do a lot of selling and things. But one person, I wouldn't recommend it to get too crazy with the productions. I would pick one or two and just keep them going. Because if you're growing your own food and thing or items to make animal food, you need to tend your fields. You need to tend the animals you have. You also need to do the selling of the product, the making of the product, the gathering of other ingredients that you need. So yeah, it takes a lot of time to get this going. And it took me quite a while to figure out how to do some of the productions. So once I figured that out, I'm pretty confident I can get things done fairly quickly on this map. But it still takes a long time when you're doing full fields and things. So I may be selling a couple fields. And just run one or two fields to produce enough food for our animals. At least until we get enough stock built up that we don't have to worry about feeding them. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. I need to go over to this other area to put the compost in. Now there is a gate right here that leads up into the compost area too, which I discovered on my server play, which really makes it easy to get in and out of there. So we're gonna go ahead and get the vehicle turned and ready to go. Hop out to get the boards out of the way. And then we're gonna go ahead and back this up in there, and we're gonna be able to put probably 4 trailer loads of straw in each one, depending on how high you stack it. So let's go ahead and get this backed in. And again, I can't wait until my steering wheel arrives. It should be arriving tomorrow. And then I'll give myself a day or so to get used to hooking it up and getting the adjustments done and get ready to go on it. But I won't be putting any videos out until maybe next week using that steering wheel, because unfortunately I work all weekend and I have a couple things to do with my mom this week, coming week, and yeah, work all weekend. So it's going to take a while to get new content put out, and I apologize for the slowness of getting videos out, but I'll do my best to keep it on a steady schedule. But I can't commit to a concrete schedule, at least at this time I can't. And it looks like our potato harvester is full again. So on our way back to the fields, we'll stop and empty that so she can keep going. We're just going to leave that run and hop up and run up here and get the semi. And go empty this. And it has gotten cold enough up here in the upper states that you need to, I needed to turn on my heat today. You know, all my windows and are shut and everything. I still had to turn my heat on just to take the chill out of the room. Which is why one reason I think my throat and stuff is going crazy is because I think I caught a minor cold. Because I'm a little bit stuffy and a scratchy throat, so I think I caught a cold. Like I said, though, I feel fine. I'm not running a fever, so I don't think it's anything else. It's just that, once again, my throat has to argue with me when I want to try and do a video. So we're going to go ahead and pick up this end here. get this straw picked up. And then I think I might end the stream early tonight, simply for the fact that it's been already over an hour. I might go as far as 1.5, 2 hours. I'm not sure yet, but it definitely won't be a 3-hour stream just because I'm not feeling 100%. So I don't want to keep coughing into the microphone and stuff, which I try not to do, but you know, sometimes it just works that it does. That, and I don't want my headache to get any worse, so. All right, let's go pick up this little dab here. Come on, back up straight. Oh, I can't wait to get the dang steering wheel. Hopefully it's easier to steer than this controller is. All right. Okay. All right, we're full again. We're gonna go dump this, and then I think I'm going to. I want to keep going on this, yet I don't, because this is very exciting to do. Unfortunately, it needs to be done, so I'll probably do that off camera. But I'm doing it primarily for the greenhouses, but I haven't decided if I'm going to keep the greenhouses active. I might just do this harvest and then sell them, because like I said earlier, they're a lot of work to keep them going. And I went the wrong way again. Oh boy. Okay. I think I might just focus on animals this time, and maybe milk and cheese production, just because of it's reasonably easy to do and I don't have to run everywhere up and down and get special things made and all that stuff. So I think I'll be probably selling all the grain and things that I make or harvest. It's kind of a lot of work to have all the productions going. Even with 2 people, it's a lot of work. Assisted backing with these trailers is a pain in the neck sometimes. All right, get you back in the corner here. I want to see how close I'm getting. Come on, Massey, you can push it back. Come on, kick it back there. There we go. That's where I wanted it. So I can fill it up from the back forward. All right. And the harvester's almost full again, so we'll go get some more potatoes emptied. But I am going to park this for the night and focus on the potatoes. I think just to keep them running, I want to go ahead and drive alongside the harvester just to get the potato harvest done. I can always do this straw pickup off camera because I don't believe I'm going to be doing the rest of the fields. I might just sell them the way they are because I'm probably going to switch this over to the server farm, this series over to the server farm as soon as Little Mike gets back from vacation. So which is tomorrow, I believe. All right, empty your taters. Come on. Oops. Slow down there, Turbo. All right, she's going to whine that I'm in her way, so I'm going to go empty this. And by the time I get back, she should be turned around and ready to go on the next round. And I really like these Scania trucks. They do end up jackknifing quite easily, like that. So you have to be careful when you're turning. But I'm hoping that's all fixed with the steering wheel, so I can actually control them better. And I'm going to try and hook this up to capture my TV. So I want to test the resolution and stuff on that when I do the recordings. So I got a lot of testing and things to do before I start producing videos again. And my trailer's going to go wacky because of the roof. I need to get a different trailer. I thought I had the right one, but obviously I don't. All right, let's go in line with her. No, don't jackknife on me, you bugger. Get in line with her, and I'm going to be driving over the crop, but I'm not worried about it because the tops are dead anyway. So I need to be crazy close to this thing because I always put the unloader chute way up in the air when a worker starts it. I gotta back out a little bit. I don't like to be that close to it when I'm driving alongside. Okay, well, I'm gonna go ahead and let her go. I've got other things to do. Like, let's see. I need to... How are the animals? Are they all taken care of? Oh, let's see. Pigs could use some food. And horses could use some water. That's the extra horse pen up here. Oops, over here. Okay, they're good there. They just need water. All right, and when these 3 horses are ready to sell, they're going to be sold because the other horses are going to be producing. And I'm going to go ahead and sell them as soon as they're ready to sell. And let's see, Nemo is 25%, he's 25%. Okay, so they all have quite a ways to go yet before they're ready to produce any more animals. And let's see, I'm going to look at the fields I own. I own 13, 15, 4, and 5, and 16. I'm actually going to sell 16 because that's a grass field and I don't plan on running grass. So we're going to sell that. And then I'm going to sell 15 and 13 once they are harvested. And actually, I'm going to sell 15 right now. Actually, no, I'm going to harvest the corn off and get the money from the corn. But to do that, I need a corn header. So while that's going, I'm going to go check on my harvester, get that going, or finish up so I can get a corn header on that thing. Where is it at? Down here. And yep, there's a little bit that I got to clean up because it doesn't like this power line in the middle of the field. It doesn't do well over that. And I definitely don't need this straw. So I'm just going to go ahead and shut off the straw swath. All right, quit running into the tower. I think I'm just going to turn this into whole grain because after doing the bread on the server, the bread is good, but it takes a lot of work. And when I switch this over to server, you guys are going to get to see the bread anyway. So I'm not going to do the bread on this version. I'm just going to sell this off. Sell the rye off to the... I think the bakery buys rye, I'm not sure. Or that they buy rye flour, I know. All right, I think we're done with this field now. Oh, except for this little tiny piece over here. Whoa. Okay, there's a little bit left down here. Get these chunks that the worker didn't get. And most of it's due to the trees as close to the field as they are. The workers have trouble recognizing the field. All right, so I'm not going to need this straw, so I'm going to go ahead and sell this field as is and let the next owner deal with it. I'm just going to keep the 2 fields that are adjacent to my farm and work from there because I just don't need that many fields going. And I'm going to go ahead and put this header on the trailer. And probably empty the semi. Oh, I see the worker can't get around my semi. So I got to fix that. All right, get this lined up to put the header on the trailer. Come on. All right, I got to get down to this view. Get it to drop into place. And I can't see because there's a tree in my way. All right, there, it finally clicked past. Then we're going to go like that. Oh, no, I don't want a worker. Get off. All right, so that's as far as I can go for the moment, because I need the semi to empty the hopper. And yes, I know I'm in your way, heaven forbid. Go ahead and do your turn. You gotta do 8 million mile turn at 1 mile an hour. All right. Meanwhile, while she's getting figured out how to turn that rig around, I'm going to go ahead and sell 13. Because I'm not going to need it. And we're going to go over here with this. She's taken way too long to harvest those potatoes. This is crazy. I think I could do it faster in my sleep. So we're going to go ahead and take over. Simply because I do not like to wait for workers. They are the slowest things in the earth. And she can go 5 wide and she's only going 3. So I'm going to go ahead and finish this field on my own. Because, yeah, I'll get it done faster than she is, even though I'm still moving at the same speed. So, oh, and this harvester is like barely alive. So that's probably why it's going so slow. So we're going to shut it off temporarily, go repair it if I can get it in the yard, and then bring it back, and hopefully it'll go a little bit faster. That's probably what's wrong with it, because I bought it used. I forgot to fix it before I started harvesting. And then when I'm done with this, I'm going to sell it, because I mistakenly bought it and I didn't want to. What am I hitting? Crying out loud. All right. Take this over here to our little shop. And of course the telehandler's in the way, so I gotta move that. Come on, back up. All right, we're gonna park you over here. Because I don't need you right now. But I'm going to see if I can get this backed in enough to repair it. All right, that should be good, I think. I can get past all the pieces here. And repair. Oh, $4,000? Ow. Okay. Well, anyway, hopefully it'll do go faster now. There we go. 24 miles an hour. Just driving. That's better. Come on, get over the little lumpy thing over there. Oh, my header's down, that's why. That's why I'm catching on everything. Alright, so we're going to be lining up on this. I'm going to go ahead and do this strip right along the back here. Yeah, now we're harvesting at 10 miles an hour. Not a huge improvement, but at least it's 3 miles an hour faster. And since I'm down here, I'm going to empty, even though I'm only at 33%. Go across the bottom here. And then I'll back up. Did I go far enough? Yep, I did. Back up and dump. And run into my truck. Yep, mm-hmm. Alright, dump those. All right, get that picked up and resume my little aisle here where I was before. And this absolutely has to be the most exciting thing to watch. So I'm going to go ahead and continue this, but in a little bit here, I'm just going to go ahead and end the stream and finish this off camera because I'm, yeah, not really in a mood to sit and do all these tonight, unfortunately. I'll do that when I get a chance and probably get all this done and the last of the straw picked up and things before I come back with another live stream. And, yeah, and then probably, not saying for sure, I probably will switch this over to the server version of our game because of the fact we're much further ahead on that map. And I can also talk Mike into streaming with me, so that way I have somebody to talk to and I'm not babbling like an idiot. So all right, so I'm going to go ahead and turn this guy around and park it. And I'm going to do all this rest of this harvesting off the screen. And then I'm going to finish the straw pickup, finish the potatoes, the straw, and hopefully by that time the bull will be done with his collection so I can get some more cows impregnated. And yeah, then we're going to go from there. So I'm going to go ahead and shut this off and I'm going to end the stream. You guys have a wonderful day, wonderful night. I'm not sure where you're at in this whole world, but stay happy and healthy and we'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.